It takes a particularly dangerous type of gangster to end up on a United Nations blacklist, and Jimmy Cherizier is just that. A man named Barbecue has plunged Haiti into a state of emergency and forced Prime Minister Ariel Henry to resign. But who is Barbecue and why is he such a big threat to Haiti? Haiti entered a state of emergency on 3rd March 2024 after violence escalated while Prime Minister Ariel Henry was in Nairobi seeking a deal for the long-delayed UN-backed mission to send 1,000 Kenyan police officers to the nation. While Henry was in Nairobi, the armed gangs who normally fight one another for territory came together to push Henry from power, promising civil war if he did not step down. The gangs, led by Jimmy Cherizier, alias Barbecue, shut down major international airports, set fire to police stations, and stormed 2 of the country's largest prisons, freeing 4,000 inmates. Ariel Henry's trip to Kenya may have sealed his fate as the prime minister because by paralyzing Haiti's airports and unleashing an unprecedented wave of violence, the armed gangs left Henry stranded in Puerto Rico and unable to return home. He ultimately tendered his resignation on 12 March 2024. What you might not know is that the Haitian president, Jovenel Moïse, was assassinated in July 2021. Following his death, Ariel Henry, a neurosurgeon by training, was installed prime minister the same year. Even then, gangs were estimated to be in control of more than half of the capital, but Henry vowed to restore order and hold elections. But 2.5 years later, that has never happened. Haiti's last elections were in 2016. Back to the gang leader. Who is Barbecue and how did he become so powerful? Barbecue is a former police officer who worked in the crowd control unit in the country. He earned the nickname for his alleged taste for burning enemies alive. However, speaking to the Associated Press, he said that he acquired the name as a child when his mother was a fried chicken street vendor, denying that it was about burning people. According to Cherizier, who is 47 years old, he grew up on the outskirts of one of the country's poorest and most dangerous slums, La Saline, in the capital of Port-au-Prince. Cherizier presents himself as a revolutionary, fighting a system of inequality and the elites who control it. But the gang leader is accused of a host of abuses against Haitians dating back to his days as a police officer. According to a 2021 US government report, Barbecue was involved in a 2018 massacre in the Port-au-Prince neighborhood of La Saline that killed dozens of people. Cherizier would later deny the accusation, saying he's not a gangster and will never be one. According to him, it's the system that he's fighting against that is trying to make him look like a gangster. He also denied taking part in the massacres, saying he would never massacre people in the same social class as him. In 2022, the United Nations Security Council sanctioned Barbecue. The sanctions include an asset freeze and a travel ban. So why is Barbecue now such a big threat to Haiti? Cherizier, after leaving the police force in 2018, formed a federation of gangs called the Revolutionary Forces of the G9 Family and Allies, or G9 for short. The G9 has been accused of several horrific massacres of civilians in Haiti, which claimed the lives of hundreds of people in 2020 and 2021. According to the United Nations, more than 362,000 people have been internally displaced, half of whom are children, and thousands have been killed in the conflicts, with widespread reports of rape, torture, and ransom kidnapping since 2021. In September 2023, Barbecue used the chaos to declare a coup against Prime Minister Ariel Henry. The following month, Henry sent an urgent appeal for the immediate deployment of a specialized armed force in sufficient quantity to stop the gangs. Kenya stepped up and offered to send 1,000 police officers to the Haitian National Police to restore normalcy in the country and protect strategic installations, but months of domestic legal wrangling have effectively placed the mission on hold. Surprisingly, Cherizier said he would welcome a foreign force, but only if it were to arrest Ariel Henry and people he described as corrupt politicians and local police allegedly selling ammunition and guns in Haiti's slums. Lastly, supporters of Henry argued that he was simply trying to secure peace so a vote could take place, while opponents accused him of clinging to power. Either way, most politicians in Haiti agree that barbecue is bad news. Ultimately, the big question remains, will the armed gangs led by barbecue allow the nation to conduct elections now that Ariel Henry has resigned? Let me know what you think in the comments.